I am like so sick of like our society and the lack of empathy that.
Amen. That is very true. And the lack of empathy for each other and ourselves is only going to make it worse.
Everyone has for each other. Like, I am so sick and tired, and I like don't ever go off. I like keep my feelings inside because social media is like freaking social media, and it means literally nothing.
I don't know. Social media, actually, the algorithms, for the most part, are created in order to keep reactions happening. So they'll feed you things, typically negative things, that'll make you react, and so therefore cause more views and cause more people to see it to react. So social media, many of them, almost all that I know of that are mainstream, all do this. They perpetuate it.
If it's the generation, I don't know if it's the heat, I don't know if it's because of what happened in 2020. People are extremely weird now, and that's why you will find me at my house or with a couple people or by myself.
2020 wasn't the reason, but it was a catalyst to all this, and essentially was used to make us antisocial, to get you used to being indoors by yourself, alone, stagnant, out of the sun, away from doing things, to get you used to just solitary life, to make you a little odd, a little weird, a little cuckoo, a little stir crazy, and to keep you from reaching out to other people unless it's via their platforms.
I don't know what the hell is happening lately, but people are getting weird. Like every time I go out, someone's either pissed off, staring you down, or acting like basic manners are now optional. You go to the store, everyone, looks like they're one bump away from throwing hands in the produce aisle. You hold the door open for somebody. They walk through it like you owed them that shit. When you're driving, people are cutting you off, brake checking, acting like their day is more important than everybody else's. And it's not just anger. It's jealousy. It's bitterness. It's envy. You can feel it coming off of people. I mean, you post something good happening in your life, people get quiet. You post something bad and they're suddenly watching real close. That alone should tell you where people's hearts are at right now. And the thing is, nobody's hiding it anymore. People are sloppy with their negativity. Their energy's loud as hell. You don't even have to guess. You can see it in their face before they even open their mouth. The customer service, dead. The cashiers look like they're fighting demons. Half of the customers look like they brought theirs to share. And every day feels heavier. The grocery trip, the work day, the errands. Even standing in line feels tense as hell. Everyone's burnt out. Everyone's jealous of something. Everyone's mad at life and taking it out on strangers. And honestly, it's getting obvious, real obvious. The energy is shifting, and not in a good way. People are turning cold, quick. And if you've been paying attention, you've seen.
That is because, one, as I said, social media, for the posting part, social media is set to continue to serve you things that'll make you react. And usually your negative reaction is far greater. It's a bigger reaction than a good one. So you're going to keep seeing that on your social media feed. They're set to do that intentionally. But secondly, it's because they are facing demons. They are fighting demons. They're demons. They're going through a hard time, just like you, just like me, just like everybody. These things are happening to everyone. The energy, though, is where I'm going to tweak it. The energy depends upon you and what you show. If you're going to turn around and show that energy you got to other people, it's just going to spread like fire.
It too.
Is anyone else just sick and tired of this young generation? I just went and spent a bunch of money in the store. Not one employee spoke to me, and at the register when I said thank you after I paid, she was handing me my bag. She just looked at me and rolled her eyes. Like, do you realize that without your customers, you don't have a job there? Sick of it.
Again, I get it. People are doing this, younger generation too. But what did you show them? You said thank you, I get that. You were polite, but did you ask them what's going on? Did you ask them how their day is? They seemed off. And they're fighting their demons too. They're fighting the same struggles. We all got them. I get it. But it depends on what you show.
Another recession indicator that I have seen in the past since 2010 forward when I got into real estate, and this doesn't necessarily apply to real estate, is it's how rude people become. People get desperate. They get a little desperate for money and they take their stresses out on you. I have been seeing just bad behaviors all over the board, not necessarily from other agents, but just in professional spaces. I just think seeing people kind of unwind. I don't see people enjoying their hobbies as much. I don't see people talking about their hobbies as much. I don't see people really doing, like, all they do is just work, drive around, do side hustles, stay broke, stay miserable, and I think it's making a lot of people here in the United States very angry. And they're taking it out on each other. But give me your thoughts. Am I wrong? Am I crazy?
You absolutely nailed it. People are just doing things that make them unhappy. Therefore, they are unhappy. They're mad. They're not enjoying life. And so now it's coming outward. But if you, as I've been saying, only give that back, it only spreads. It only spreads. You got to change it. It starts with you.
Went to the drive-thru and I give the lady my card and I'm like, here you go. Nothing, which is fine. Gives me back my card. Thank you. Hands me my food. Thank you. Have a good day. Not a word. Like, she did not speak a word. And this happens to me every single time that I, like, go through the drive-thru or I'm in the checkout line at a store, and it's only around people my age. Why are we so weird? Guys, why are we weird? Why are we acting like it's our first day on earth? I don't know why this bothers me so much, but why is it that only our age group from, like, 19 to 23, 24?
Okay, are you really gonna blame... First of all, it is everyone. It's everywhere. People are unhappy in the United States, around the world, really, but to the younger generation more so, yeah, they got less going for them. Can you blame a generation that things are so expensive that their entire check probably goes to eating? Maybe. They really don't get to go and do anything. Their generation was shoved inside for their high school experience, and they have basically zero prospect of ever living on their own with their own life. I mean, of course, they're gonna be upset, but again, what are you giving out? What are you doing to change it? What are you doing to brighten their day?
Why do y'all not know how to speak? It really drives me crazy. And I don't love small talk, but like, I like to talk to, like, show appreciation for whatever the other person is doing for me. Even if it's something small or like in their job description, and of course they're gonna do it. But like, I'm sorry that I care a little bit, and then whenever I actually make a side conversation, people look at me like I am insane. Like I'm clinically insane. Like, why are you speaking to me right now? And oh my gosh, it upsets me. I don't know if it's because, like, I work in healthcare and, like, I'm just used to having side conversations and small talk and, you know, having, like, the social skills in that area. But guys, you 18 to, like, 24-year-olds, we need to do better because our brains act fried. Like, we genuinely act like this is our first day on earth.
Most of the younger generation's brains are fried because most of their time was spent digitally in a digital world with minimal interaction, actual talking, and compounding ideas and coming up with things on their own, especially with GPT being brought to us. And so yeah, that's the case.
And I'm not gonna lie, I haven't been here that long, but I can say I've been here long enough to know about 10, 12 years ago, people was not this evil, bruh. And the reason I say that is because I remember a time where people did have like a sense of morality about themselves.
There is a lot of evil these days. A lot of people fighting battles they're not aware of, demons they're not aware of. It's happening real time. everywhere.
So, like, they did follow like a certain type of moral code or whatnot. And me being in the South, me growing up in the South can play a big part, right? But it's like, I still remember a time where it just wasn't this bad. Like, don't get me wrong, I know people always kind of disrespected God, you know what I'm saying? But I promise you, back then, it just wasn't as bad as it is today. Because when I look around, things that people say today probably was things that people used to think about back then, but never would say it because they had like a sense of respect, you know what I'm saying? Like a sense of respect towards other people. But it's like nowadays, people don't even care. Like, you know, we grew up and heard like the veil was getting thinner and stuff like that, but like, I ain't even know it could get this bad. Like, how much thinner is the veil gonna get? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is pure evil.
You feel
And the veil is thin. You're spot on. How much worse is it going to get? That depends on you. Are you going to let it also break you? Are you going to let it also make you just like them? And if you don't allow that, if you change things with how you are to other people, it will change things. And you're right. Criminals used to even have a code of conduct. The mafia, mob members used to be a way, a code. Things you just didn't do. And that is gone. That's because a lot of people they've fallen to their demons. You don't have to be that. You have to choose though.
feels like when you meet new people nowadays, they no longer possess normal human emotions, and it's terrifying. I'm talking like passion, empathy, remorse. They do not care about anything that you're saying. They are in their own world. It's so hard for them to hold on a conversation. They're so robotic. Things have changed fast and drastically. Who agrees with me? It's actually really scary.
It's because they are no longer themselves. They've been drained of their essence, of what makes them anymore. And they've fallen, like I said, to their demons. They've become those entities, the demons they're fighting. So they're not human anymore. That's the reality. Talking about all this alien stuff, they're no longer human. They've succumbed and become possessed, controlled by the things that tormented them. But will you also do the same?
I'm so sick of being one of the very few people to consider other people when I go out in public. It's exhausting because it's never done in return. And like, I hate that I feel this way because it feels like I'm upset that I'm being a decent person. And that's like not it at all. It's the fact that it's never reciprocated by anyone in public. I understand the concept of like taking up space and you're allowed to be here. However, you still need to do it in a way that's respectful to other people. Like, why are we mean mugging it through the grocery store, pushing our way past people? When you need to pass by somebody, why are we not saying, excuse me? Why are we not saying, hey, can I sneak past you? Use your words. This applies to anywhere, like any store, any bar, anything. Use your words. Say, excuse me. Say, can I sneak past you?
Girl, you got it. You are growing tired of it because you're fighting against demons. You're fighting the people who have succumbed to their inner demons, their turmoil, the things happening to them. They've succumbed to it and become those demons, and you are fighting them. You are acting as you should, polite, respectful. You're doing the right things, and they are trying to break you. They are trying to break you.
It's not that difficult. Like, who is raising y'all?
Okay, so I have a question. When did it become acceptable to force everyone around you to listen to your phone?
I have an answer for you. This technically is the first generation that has had the ability to do that, so that is part of it. We didn't really have mobile phones up until I was a teenager, millennials. And I think that's what kind of started it, especially if you remember when people got the wireless earbuds and it constantly looked like everyone was losing their mind.
You know, I'm sitting in a restaurant, I'm standing in line at the grocery store or walking through an airport, wherever, and somebody is on their speakerphone having a full-on conversation, or they're scrolling TikTok or whatever. No headphones, no attempt to turn it down. You know, like the rest of us are supposed to enjoy their entertainment. I've actually had to ask customers in my restaurant to please turn their phones down so others could enjoy their meal. You know, most people would apologize immediately. They weren't trying to be rude, they were just completely unaware that everyone could hear every single word. You know, that's what surprises me the most. It's not the volume, it's the lack of awareness. Public spaces are shared spaces. You don't have to be silent, but you should at least act like other people exist.
Bingo, you nailed it. It's the lack of awareness for others around us, and that's me kind of doing this video. Your awareness of what you are doing and saying and creating in others.
Things I've noticed in children this year that really worry me. As an English teacher, I work with kids every day, so I see these behaviors. 1, I've started hearing misogynistic and racist comments coming from boys as young as 6 years old this year. 2, little girls using skincare for anti-aging as young as 12. Terrifying. 3, young girls adopting the entire personalities of adult women influencers.
That is spreading, but that is largely because of what they're seeing and then they're replicating, especially as we live in a society where both parents now have to work, and largely more than one job even, most likely. And we're letting kids essentially watch tablets without supervision. They're learning from these different sources and they're recreating what they see. And it's not a very tolerant place right now.
So I'm in Walmart right now. I know. It's empty though. There's like no one here. And I needed an extension cord. And I was like, over here, so I'm gonna, you know, whatever, look around. Can't seem to find it. So go up to an employee. Excuse me, do you have a extension cord? They look at me. They go, I don't know what that is. I'm like, an extension cord? I don't know what that is.
Yes, there is I think, not meaning disrespect, an intellectual difference. There's also a generation difference. Many people wireless things, but also an effort difference. But it's all ones we've created by the things that we've created and allowed our kids and our kids' kids, so on and so forth, to do. By the way, none of this is said as holier than thou, because I struggle with the same things. It is in an effort to make that change myself and show outwardly what we need to do as well, to actually give